Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale about my personal misery. It started on a cruise ship. I didn't want to go on because of where I got crabs. And I don't need to eat them when I already got them. Frock this I could just go to the Red Lobster and vomit into the porcelain sea that is the fast food restaurant toilet instead of head on out by the ocean. I was eating cake by the ocean, remembering my favorite song, Cake by the Ocean. Some people think puns and callbacks make you clever, but I just felt intensely lonely and empty inside. And I jumped off the side of the boat and drowned. Just messing! The lifeguard saved me because he hates me and wants to prolong my personal suffering. Well, friends, I didn't have a first mate, and all the other passengers hated my guts. I don't have a mate at all for that matter. So I lost a raffle. A raffle I didn't want to enter. So they entered me, placing in a ticket I had no knowledge or awareness of, and I won myself a free PlayStation disc entitled Grand Theft Auto Plus Gilligan's Island. What? Grand Theft Auto games took place in major cities and shooting up hookers in the street. Not a classic sitcom with a cheesy laugh track and a fat angry man wasting his life with Bob, Denver, whatever. Let me tell you, friend, there aren't enough cheese hippie folk songs about nature to save me from the intense video gaming malpractice that was GTA GI. And when I asked the crew if they had a PlayStation, they said nope. I inquired how I could play it in such a foul circumstance, and they said, that's an idea. They said sail up the Delaware Canal like George Washington's crossing, but if I was the first president of something, it was failing at life. I landed face first in the grass, but fruck me, the jewel case and disc were somehow still in mint condition, so let me tell you a Minute Maid. I have no first maid. I'm going to die a virgin. I stole a PS triple from the local punk rock flea market in Moorestown, New Jersey. Hook the sucker up, pop the disc in. What do you need all these details for? My crabs were itching really badly. I rubbed some preparation H on it in preparation for a horrible video gaming experience. Well, frack me up the poop deck. It was actually a long lost episode of Gilligan's Island that actually not a lot of people know about. Skipper, I got AIDS from Ginger. Oh, for frack's sake. Oh, Gilligan, you stupid asshole. You just have red hair because she's a ginger. You got gingivitis. Now shut your stupid ass up. Cursing on Gilligan's Island. Well, this episode did make me want to curse it. My life is already cursed. Just then a bomb exploded, and the skipper's limbs flew off in the air and reminded me of a Thanksgiving meal when you're fighting over the legs and drumsticks and so on. Man, I was really hungry. I drank a whole hell of a lot of salt water aboard that cruise ship, and now I was going to die. Watching a shitty episode of Gilligan's Island. Let's fail together at life. The skipper's arms and legs landed inside of the professor's Mai Tai, and he sipped away at it. It looked like blood. What the hell? Of course it was. It was the skipper's mutilated body parts. The professor was drinking the skipper's blood, guts, and gore. I even noticed a tiny piece of tiny intestine floating in the shot glass, feces attached to it and everything. I sure do love literally eating shit, the professor remarked in a thick German accent. Time to put on the cartoons! What? The professor grabbed a hold onto a fucking film projector hold-down handle that appeared out of fucking nowhere, and the game started. Oh, hell yeah, this was Grand Theft Auto already. Maybe in this version they let me go shooting in my temple, but knowing my shitty luck, they'd probably make me play as Shirley Temple, and Well, it wasn't quite that, but I was playing as a little girl licking an oversized lollipop and smacking cops over the head with it. The cops were dressed like various members of the Muppets. They all had spaghetti sauce around their lips as they were eating Miss Piggy's large and small intestines. Oh, crap, I was noticing a theme. Now you know how the sausage was made. Me, who was now a girl, I guess I had surgery and was stuck in an ABDL's fantasy. Don't Google that. Smack the television screen with the oversized rainbow colored lollipop. Well, then break my screen. In actuality, a screen smashing effect played out on the screen. I really could go for a lollipop right now. The little girl ran up to the tree and began to talk to it as if it had feelings and was crying. What the bloody fruck was this? Mr. Tree, I know that life gets you down sometimes, but I just want you to know that I'm here for you. The little girl strapped a strip of TNT dynamite around the bark of the base. What? She had a flamethrower? Why did a little girl have a flamethrower? And I don't want to be here for you anymore. The little girl set a pair of My Little Pony pantyhose on fire and tossed it in the tree, which lit the fuse of the dynamite and blew up the tree and blew up whatever town this was supposed to be. I heard on the news later that night that a little girl blew up at McDonald's and they blamed it on a fear of clowns and her father being an angry asshole who liked to go around town shitting himself and scratching his ass while dressed up as Ronald McDonald and honking his big red clown nose while actual literal clown urine squirted out of those little breast pocket novelty flowers that clowns are known to wear. I don't think that had anything to do with me playing this game. The scene went back to Gilligan's Island. Gilligan was hosting a funeral for the skipper, and nobody bothered to come. I would like to give old Skip a eulogy, Gilligan began as he started sobbing Coca-Cola Zero out of his eye holes and his eyes disappeared and were replaced with olives. I checked my fridge. My olives were still there. I couldn't find the Coca-Cola, though. Sure, he liked to conk me over the head. Sure, he had a very short temper. And sure, if he was actually competent, we never would have gotten stuck on the island. But there's one important piece of trivia that nobody ever knows that I'm just about to share with you. Me, myself. Gilligan stopped sobbing. He began to smile. His teeth were jagged, crooked, sawed down, disgusting, I guess. Sausage Factory! What the hell? An animated feature of the Seth Rogen movie Sausage Factory party began to play as the characters all announced they were eating the intestines of each and every cast member of Gilligan's Island, Sans Gilligan. A real-life picture of Seth Rogen flashed on screen, in which he pulled out of his eyes and replaced them with tartar sauce that he fiercely poured into the stupid fucking eye holes, and he screamed like Norwegian artist Edvard Munch's pointlessly famous surrealistic the screen painting. I never should have showed you how the sausage is made, Seth Rogen exclaimed. Now you're gonna die. Well, my friend, I've got some totally stupidly obvious news for you. I'm still alive, but so is crunk music, and I'm also broken inside. Broken inside. I sprinted down the street back to the punk rock flea market and traded my virginity for a flamethrower. Just kidding. But I did convince the snaggletooth redneck lady that monopoly money is legitimate currency, and I set the game aflame. I also set my house aflame. This disc had set my heart on fire, and not in a falling in love way. And I don't mean I had heartburn either. I mean, oh no. Oh no. Large acne sores. No, wait. Were those salamis? Or were those pepperonis? Oh, George Soros! Or were they? I ran around screaming because I had no health insurance. Good job, Trump. And I ran straight out the front door. May as well have been a doggy door because I felt subhuman from the freak show I'd become and the horrific entertainment experience that cursed me to learn how the sausage was made. And I am the human sausage. I gave up and joined the circus, and they dunked me with plastic balls, and I'm pretty sure the sea otters that normally play with those balls in exchange for fish treats are laughing at me, mocking me. Nobody believes in me, fish tits. They think that my mom and dad had STDs. What they don't know is that I was cursed by a Grand Theft Auto Gilligan's Island video game lost episode PlayStation disc. I was crying so hard that my clown mascara melted, dripping down into the waters of the dunking booth when... Oh, no. Oh, come on. What the frock? Yes, really, seriously. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. The skipper, not the skipper, but the captain of my ship, the cruise ship. He was back. Yar, I heard that the lottery benefits losers in need. The captain sneered, grabbing a hold of a plastic ball and casually, ominously tossed it back and forth in his hand. Sometimes that need is food, or shelter, or to actually get laid for the first time in one's life, despite being uglier than the elephant man if he fell off every branch of the ugly tree and got smacked in the head with an ugly stick and fell face first into the ugly dirt that his still living body devoured alive by ugly ants who let out an ugly belch of piss and shit and fart because you're stupid and you suck. You haven't taken a shower in a week. And that's why we kicked you off the ship. The captain took a bite out of his festive, bubblegum pink cotton candy before casually tossing the emptied out paper stem into a wastebasket behind him without even turning his head. And now, I just want you to sit right back and hear a tale. Oh, brother, I muttered. Well, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. I was married to a supermodel and I told her the ship was for handsome celebrities and she fucking left me because of how badly you smell and I hate you and I hate you, I hate you. Die, 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 die. He heaved the plastic ball faster than that Randy Johnson fastball at the All-Star game that murdered a bird and sent its carcass feathers pointlessly flying into the sky before hitting the ground. Rock bottom, just like me. Except I was still alive. But I was dunked. I decided to keep my head underwater. The lifeguard was there to lift me up and out of it. This went on for about several dozen minutes despite the struggle. Tirades, balls, and almost drowning. You know what? Fruck, Sony. Gilligan can stay stranded for all I friggin' care.